These are the supplies that we will be working with today for the butterfly necklace. You will need 1 pack of butterfly bead mix in Believe You Can, 1 pack of Colored Trends bead mix in Stone Age, 1 pack of Ice Cream Mini bead mix in Mint Chocolate Chip, and 1 package of Antique Gold Oval Link chain. Now you're not going to be using all these beads here, but I will go ahead and pull out the ones we will need for the project. These are the beads we'll be using from the Stone Age collection. Metal beads with some crystals. These round beads here. These cat's eye beads. Some metal spacers, glass crystals, some ceramic beads, and some cubed crystals. This is what we'll be using from the Believe You Can mix. Some metal bead caps, glass crystals. Looks like a 10mm glass crystal. This beautiful, gorgeous butterfly charm. Some more flower metal bead caps. Some matte bead rondelles. And these very cute and shiny metallic beads. This is the Mint Chocolate Chip collection, and this is what you will need from that one. More of the small little shiny beads and the cube beads. And as you can see, you have a lot left over for your next creative project. These are the additional supplies you will also be needing. Some jump rings, I'm using 6mm, crimp beads or crimp tubes, bead stringing wire, and a clasp of your choice. I will be using a toggle. For tools, you will need a wire cutter, a crimping plier, and a round nose plier or a flat nose plier, just in case. These are extra, but it's always good to have them on hand. Okay, to start, we're going to go ahead and grab our chain. Now with the chain, there is an uneven link, and we're going to use that as the base for the necklace. So put that in the middle, and then when you look at the chain, there's 3 little connector circles. We're going to go ahead and take the middle one, and we're going to open that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and open the middle one and just pull it apart. It's a little tricky to get both your pliers in there. You can go ahead and discard that little open circle. We're going to do the same thing on the next side. And whatever pliers work for you to get them open is perfectly fine. Okay, so you should have the circle here with 2 little links on each side, a long length of chain, and you should have 2 of those with circles on each side. Next, we're going to take our beading wire and we are going to cut 2 lengths, each 24 inches. We're going to go ahead and double the wire, so you're only going to be working with about 12 inches. So once we cut the chain, we're going to go ahead and cut 24 inches of beading wire, and we're going to double this. So you're only going to be using about 12 inches when you are stringing on your beads. We're going to pick up the chain link here, the oval link with the 2 circles. We're going to go ahead and string on the chain link just like we would a bead. We're going to have 2 different strings. We're going to go ahead and string on 3 beads on each string. And these are the small little metallic beads. 2 and 3, and then we're going to put our strings together and we're going to put on the 7th bead. And go ahead and move them down there, and then when they are all smushed together, they're going to look like this. Now if you want, you can add a crimp bead or crimp tube just to keep it stable, and then you can string on the rest of the beads, or you can leave it as is, and when you string the rest of your beads, it will support it. So we have our beads all designed out on our bead board. Now you can do an asymmetrical design if you want to. The left does not have to match the right. I'm going to make mine even. So then we go ahead and just start stringing on the beads, and they're going to go on both sides of the wire. I love this necklace and all the beads that I chose for this. There's lots of textures, different shades of gold tones. And we're just going to go ahead and slide down the beads. And if you did not use a crimp bead on there, the beads will go ahead and support it. Let's make sure they're the same size. Now these beads are really nice, full of sparkle, and they glow. But this is probably the trickiest part of the necklace, is there's so many different holes in this bead that when you put your two wires through, you have to make sure that they come out of the same direction. And sometimes they may kind of smash your beading wire, and you just go ahead and straighten it right back up. We're just going to go ahead and continue to string on our beads. Alrighty, when we have all the beads strung on, I'm just going to go ahead and push them down and make sure that there's no extra beading wire showing at the very end of it, or the start of it there. So you have your design. Now we're going to go ahead and pull in the other link of chain. Now both sides are the same, so it doesn't matter which one you crimp onto. You're going to go ahead and make sure these beading wires are even here first. Go ahead and grab on to a crimp tube or crimp bead. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 just to add some extra support for the necklace. And also a good tip is you want to stop on a smaller bead. Notice some of these crystals and the ceramic beads have larger holes, and I was having issues with my crimp beads sliding into them. So if you end on a large bead, just make sure you have like a little small stopper bead. You're going to go ahead and run your 2 beading wires through the loop of your chain and back through the crimps. When you do this, you don't want the crimp beads or crimp tubes right up to the wire. That's going to cause tension and over time cause your project to break, or you can use a wire guardian. Or if you wanted to add some more of the little metallic beads here, and then that would act as a wire guardian. Let's roll away bead. You're just going to go ahead, give it just that little bit of wiggle room. Depending on the color of wire showing, if you don't use a wire guardian, this will just add to your colors to your necklace. And you're just going to go ahead and take your crimper tool and go ahead and smash those down. You can always come back later and add a crimp cover to them if you're not happy with the way your crimp bead looks. Now you can go ahead and trim off your wire, or you can work it back down through your necklace. Okay, we're going to go ahead and work on the other side. Go ahead and grab our other 24 length inch of beading wire. We're going to go ahead and string it on through that other loop. And the same thing, we're going to string on 3 of the metallic beads on each wire. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put on that 7th bead through both of the wires. And that is going to build the connection point for the other side. And then you just go ahead and string the rest of the beads on. So now that we have both of our sides strung and crimped, we're going to go ahead and attach our clasp using 6mm jump rings. Now when you open up a jump ring, you never want to pull them apart. You just want to move them side to side, just like that. We're going to go ahead and attach the jump ring to the loop and then attach the clasp of your choice. And just close it up. I like to run my finger over it and make sure that nothing will snag. If you want to add 2 jump rings onto each side, you can, just for extra support or design. And go ahead and add on that other one. And just like that, you've attached the clasp to your necklace. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the butterfly charm or pendant. Same thing, we're going to go ahead and open up the jump ring, attach the butterfly, and attach the jump ring to the link of chain. Make sure that's all closed up, and just like that, you have a beautiful necklace. Now, if you want an extra design technique, or you don't like how the butterfly necklace when you're wearing it will go side to side, go ahead and grab another 6mm jump ring, open it up, and attach the jump ring through the 2 oval links. And close it up. And then just like that, your butterfly will not move. There you go, a beautiful golden butterfly necklace. Here is a bonus design idea. So some of you may want to keep the chain as is, or some may just want to add a little bit more sparkle or just a little bit more contrast with the beads. So I'm going to show you how to add an extra embellishment to the back of the chain necklace. You're going to need some more beads and some eye pins. Go ahead and make a simple loop on each of the eye pins. And it's up to you if you want to put them on all your chain, or if you want to skip one, put one on every other. So we're going to go ahead and open up our jump ring. We're going to attach it to the link here on the bottom. Attach your simple loop and make sure that the loops are completely closed, or else they find a way to go onto the jump ring and open up, and you're going to lose your little dangle component. And we're just going to attach the other one. And then you're just going to keep putting them on to your desired length. Let's go ahead and grab, and these are 6mm jump rings that I am using to connect them. And you just have to play around with the beads and see which ones are going to fit into the ovals or into your chain links. Alrighty, just like that, and then you'll just continue to the length of your necklace. This is the beautiful butterfly necklace that we have created today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much to Jessie James Beads for letting me do this Rising Star video. Have a wonderful day.